15. Okay, now we're going to take a look at a couple of word problems. If an Olympic sprinter runs 100 meters in 9.8 seconds, what is his average speed? So here we need to remember your distance equals the rate times the time formula. We have the distance, which is 100 meters, right? The rate, we actually don't know, because average speed would be the rate. We don't know that answer, but we're given the time also, 9.8 seconds. So you can actually plug in those numbers into your formula. Time times rate equals the distance, okay? So 9.8 times the rate, which is what we do not know and we need to find, is equal to 100. And then when you divide now, 100 divided by 9.8, you should get 10.20 meters per second. In our next example, now we have the rate of the boat, but that rate of the boat also has to go against the rate, the water, and the current that the water, or the river's water, river's current, okay? So we have the rate, which is 25 miles per hour, but we have to subtract the current from that, the river's current. That's what we're trying to find. So we're going to leave that as C. The time is 5 hours, and then our distance is 110 miles. So if I plug in our numbers here, okay, 25 miles per hour, that's the rate, minus the current. We don't know what that current is. Times the time, we have 5 hours. And then 110 miles is our distance, or equals our distance. If you simplify this equation and you do the math, 125 minus 125 gives us 0. But we have to do the same thing on the other side of the equation, minus 125. So now negative 5c is equal to, this gives me a negative 15. And when you divide by c, divide by 5, negative 5, you're going to end up with c equals 3 miles per hour. Because 15 divided by 5, negative 15 divided by negative 5 is 3. Okay, on this next one, a jet takes 2 hours to complete a flight of 680 miles when flying into a headwind of 65 miles per hour. And then we need to determine the speed of the plane. Headwind means the amount of wind that an airplane flies into. Okay, it's flying into the wind, and the wind is going opposite of how the airplane is flying. Well, again, we're going to continue with our formula. The rate times the time equals the distance. But that rate is also minus the headwind. Okay? Because here it's saying they flew 65 miles per hour. That's the headwind now. And we're trying to find the rate of the plane. So R minus 65, okay? And then the time was 2 hours, and our distance was 680 miles. So when you continue to do the math here, distribute your 2, you have 2R equals negative 65 times 2 is negative 135, or 130, equals our distance of 680 miles. Then we can continue to simplify our equation here. And then we get 2R equals 810, divide by 2, and then your rate, or the speed for the airplane, is now 405 miles per hour. Okay, that is all of the examples that we have for now. So hopefully that will help a little bit with your homework as you continue with page 327, exercise B. We had numbers 15 through 30. And do your very best to follow the word problems as we did them here. And hopefully the color coding helped for you to see a little bit better as well. Thank you.